Welcome to the Contenders. I'm your host, Peg Young. You may have noticed, but we've had some unusual weather for May in Korea, more than the usual amount of rain, actually, and it's already stuffy for the summer. Well, like the rain, we hope to bring you a bit of refreshment today with our game. Let's welcome today's contenders onto the stage. Welcome to our stage. We have the Coasters team, Christian Kim and Michelle Hand. Tell us a bit about yourselves.
My name is Christian and my partner's name is Michelle. And we met teaching English in Korea. We used to be co-workers. And we decided to name ourselves the Coasters because I'm from New York and she's from Pennsylvania. So that's the East Coast. So we decided to name ourselves the Coasters.
Ah, I see. And you also mentioned that you want to kind of coast through the game.
Hopefully, yes.
Well, we hope that you have good luck today.
Thank you.
Welcome to our show. Going against the Coasters team, we've got the Jeenyus team, spelled interestingly. We've got Lonnie Edge and Jose Alaman with us. Tell us a bit about yourselves.
My name's Lonnie, and this is Jose. We're classmates at Sogang University. We study Korean together. We named our team the Jeenyus team with a little bit of a funky spelling because if we were really geniuses, we wouldn't spell it wrong. So we're just here to have fun and kind of make fun of ourselves a little bit.
Play on the spelling. Well, good luck to all of you today. Let's begin the quiz. Now, in our first section, we'll be giving you 10 multiple choice questions worth 10 points each. You get 5 seconds to answer per question. If you get all 10 questions correct, we'll give you 50 bonus points. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that for both teams today. If you get something wrong, then we stop there and give you the sum of points up to that point. You can use chance once, and of course, that way we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and you'll have a better chance at the correct answer. Coasters, if you're ready, Q, U, I, or Z?
We'll take Q.
Okay, we'll go with questions at Q. Number 1. Of the following, which is not a whole number? 1, minus 1, 2, minus 0.1, 3, 0, 4, 1.
Number 2.
That was a very easy beginning for you, right? Coasting through. Now we go to question 2. Of the following, a water molecule is made up of oxygen and which element? 1, helium, 2, mercury, 3, carbon, 4, hydrogen.
4, hydrogen.
Question 3. Of the following, which is the Little Mermaid's name in the Disney movie, The Little Mermaid? 1, Cinderella, 2, Belle, 3, Esmeralda, 4, Ariel.
Number 4. Ariel.
And Coasters, did you happen to enjoy the movie?
Yes. I mean, I love all Disney cartoons. And, yeah.
Is that your favorite?
Probably, yeah.
Mine too, actually.
Okay.
And we go to question 4. Of the following, which is not usually associated with beer making? 1, corn, 2, barley, 3, wheat, 4, yeast.
1, corn.
That would be a pretty unusual beer to have corn in the mix, don't you think? And we go to question 5.
That'd be kind of corny.
Question 5. Of the following, which is the gap between 2 nerve cells? 1, cell body, 2, dendrite, 3, synapse, 4, axon. Not sure, you can call out chance.
We'll go with number 3, synapse.
And that was a good choice. And we go to question 6. Of the following, which is an incorrect match between a nation and one of its national heroes? 1, Holland, Jan Hus, 2, Scotland, William Wallace, 3, France, Joan of Arc, 4, Turkey, Mustafa Kemal.
Chance.
Okay, we'll take away 2 of the incorrect choices and make this easier for you. Please make your final selection, Coasters team.
I see.
Final selection?
1.
Good guess. Actually, Jan Hus is a national hero of Czechoslovakia. And so we go to question 7. Of the following, which is the highest navigable lake in the world? 1. Superior, 2. Titicaca, 3. Victoria, 4. Tanzania.
2. Titicaca. What number are we on?
Glad you chose your partner.
Oh, yes, yes.
We go to question 8. Of the following, which country had the world's first woman prime minister? 1. Sri Lanka, 2. Pakistan, 3. India, 4. New Zealand.
2. Pakistan.
It's Sri Lanka, actually. Well, we stopped there, but you did a good job. You have 70 points on the board. Now, Jeenyus team, you have U, I, or Z sets to choose from. Which would you like?
We'll take Z.
Okay, we'll go with Z. Question number 1. Of the following, what is the type of character that fits into Snow White and the 7 blanks? 1. Hobbits, 2. Genies, 3. Mummies, 4. Dwarves.
4 dwarves.
Question 2. Of the following, which blockbuster puzzle game was coded by Russians? 1. Tetris, 2. Matrix, 3. Tetroid, 4. Metroid.
Go with it.
If you're not sure, you can call out chance and we'll take away 2 of the choices. Or
Tetris?
Final answer?
Yeah.
Yes. You have not used chance, and we go into 3. Of the following, which is associated with the Cancer symbol in the zodiac? 1. Shark, 2. Crab, 3. Dragon, 4. Bull.
2 crab.
And we go into question 4. Of the following, who is not a player of Real Madrid? 1. Roberto Carlos, 2. Luis Figo, 3. David Beckham, 4. Zinedine Zidane.
3 David Beckham.
And Jeenyus, are you finding the questions pretty easy so far?
They're okay.
Yeah.
And we go to question 5. Of the following, British Prime Minister Tony Blair belongs to which political party? 1. Liberal, 2. Conservative, 3. Reform, 4. Labour.
Number 4.
Question 6. Of the following, which tissue has the ability to contract? 1. Connective tissue, 2. Nerve tissue, 3. Muscle tissue, 4. Epithelial tissue.
3 muscle tissue.
You haven't used chance yet, and we go into question number 7. Of the following, which islands are not located in the Pacific Ocean? 1. The Comoro Islands, 2. Marshall Islands, 3. Aleutian Islands, 4. Galapagos Islands. If you're not sure, you can call out chance.
Chance, please.
Yeah.
Now, please make your final selection, Jeenyus. Final answer?
Number 1.
Very good. These islands are located in the Indian Ocean. And we go into question number 8. Of the following, in whose philosophic essay was it decided that Sisyphus was indeed happy? 1. Friedrich Nietzsche, 2. Albert Camus, 3. Jean-Paul Sartre, and 4. Fyodor Dostoevsky. You've used chance already. Jeenyus, final answer, please.
Number 1.
That told us that he was indeed happy. Actually, you are tied, Jeenyus team, with the coasters at 70. So our next section is where we see how well you work together as a team. We give you a list of 20 words in a pre-chosen category. And of course, you have 100 seconds to go through the entire list. Please do not use any word or phrase that we give you on the board unless it is in parenthesis. Coasters, are you ready?
Sure.
Please take your position next to me. And you chose incidents in the 21st century,
Yes.
or of the 21st century. Any notable things come to mind right now?
No, I'm just kind of nervous right now.
Drawing a blank?
Yes.
Well, I hope you coast through this section.
Thank you.
And are you ready?
Ready.
Go.
Okay, first letter is O. Terrorist, 9/11.
Osama bin Laden.
Okay, first letter is R. The soccer fans in Korea, what were they called?
Reds. The Reds.
2 words.
Red Devils.
Okay, the Olympics, Australia.
Sydney.
Okay, this is the currency in places like Germany.
Mark.
Oh no, all over.
The Euro.
Yes. Okay, we can say that when the year turned 2000, it was a new
Millennium.
Okay, North Korea is developing what kind of weapons?
Nuclear.
Okay, this was the huge oil spillage.
Velasquez.
Starting in E. I'm sorry, this was a huge mishap in the stock market, E.
Pass.
Pass. Okay, President of Russia.
Vladimir Putin.
Ooh, this is a Hong Kong movie star that just passed away. Okay, pass. Okay, pass. Okay, this was the hit movie of the summer, starting with H, with that children like, The Magician.
Harry Potter.
Okay, this is the Human Something Project, starting with G.
Genome.
Hey, this person was ousted in Iraq recently.
Hussein. Saddam Hussein.
Well, we've got some tough words in there, but you did a great job. You passed on Leslie Chung, who was the Hong Kong actor who committed suicide recently, and also Enron was what you were going for with the financial crisis. You end the section with 170 points. Congratulations. And Jeenyus, if you're ready, please take your position. Now, you've got a pretty tough category. We've got peninsulas for you. I suppose if I ask you what your favorite one is, it's the one on your back, right? You want
Korea,
to
right.
give everybody a view of
Korean
your shirt?
Peninsula, yeah.
Yeah. Now, all right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go.
Starts with K. Well, this is where we live now. Starts with K.
Korea.
Bounded by C.
C.
Recent war, 1994. Croatia, Slovenia. Starts with B.
Balkans.
This is where people eat spaghetti. Starts with I.
Italy.
Very cold. South Pole.
Antarctic.
This is where I'm from, in the U.S. Starts with F.
Miami or Florida.
This is where Israel and Egypt fought the war in 1967.
Arabian
Starts
Peninsula.
with
Sinai Peninsula.
F. This is where the Mecca is. Starts with A.
Arabian Peninsula.
This is where starts with M. It's in Asia.
Malaysian Peninsula.
Yeah. This is starts with I. It's
Iberian Peninsula.
The country starts with S.
Spain.
Spain. It's in Mexico, starts with what?
Yucatan.
Starts with N, is in Northern Europe.
Norway.
It's in Russia, starts with K.
Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan.
Actually, the last one we couldn't give you, I think you were going for Kamchatka.
Right.
And that is the peninsula in Russia. And of course, I think the second word we gave you was a bit too easy and it threw you off. It surrounds the land around the peninsula, which is the sea. And of course, you said it, so we couldn't give you the points for that either. But you end this section ahead, Jeenyus. 10 points, 180. Congratulations. And now this is where Mr. Kim Jun-sang will come out with the questions. Let's welcome him. Good to see you, Jun-sang.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. I see that we've got a very, very evenly matched, team. I think it's one of the few times where I'm not able to sort of figure out who's going to come out on top. Usually I have a bit of a clue, but I think this is going to be really tough. And I'm not sure you're going to be able to coast through this thing, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to blow off your opponents like geniuses. So let's see what happens.
All right, give us the rules.
Okay, this next round is a round of 15 non-multiple choice questions. Each question is worth 30 points. First team that buzzes in can answer. Now, if the team cannot answer the question or has no clue whatsoever, then the question will go over to the other team. And you have 5 seconds to answer. And when both teams are not able to answer the question, we will give you a spelling hint.
And of course, you have to wait for me to call out your team names. Ready? Okay, then why don't we have question number 1?
Okay, question number 1 is about a name. This chimpanzee lives in Palm Springs, painting, playing the piano, and watching his old movies. Now 71, he's the oldest chimp in the world according to the Guinness Book of Records. He was the last actor to have played the lead chimpanzee role in the Tarzan movies. What is the name of this chimpanzee?
Oh, come on. Why don't we take a look at the spelling hint? And it's another animal. Think back. Yes, coasters.
Cheetah?
Yeah. I suppose you guys didn't spend Sunday morning watching Tarzan. Okay.
I just can't believe the chimpanzee is now 71 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Incredible.
It's double, actually, the average life expectancy, so it's pretty amazing, isn't it? We go into question number 2 now.
Okay, question number 2 is about fabric. 4 African countries, Benin, Chad, Burkina Faso, and Mali, have tackled the U.S. over subsidies for this. The U.S., which is a net exporter of this, gave their farmers $3.9 billion worth of subsidies, 3 times more than the aid it gives to Africa. This is the soft, white, downy fabric.
Cotton.
Jeenyus.
Cotton. Sorry.
Jeenyus, you have the lead again, and I'd like to remind you, share your answer with us after I've called out your team name. Okay, and we go to question 3.
Okay, question number 3 is about astronomy. Observations made with HST indicate the first stars formed as little as 200 million years after the Big Bang, much earlier than previously thought. HST is a space telescope on a satellite and was named in honor.
Jeenyus.
Hubble.
Hubble is right. That's what we were going for. And we go into question number 4 with Jeenyus in the lead.
Okay, number 4 is biology. Hugh Jackman, who reprises his role as Wolverine for X-Men 2, said the film was a much more intense experience. In the movie, he is a this and a superpowered character. This is something that has randomly...
Jeenyus.
Mutant.
And you're increasing your lead. Coasters, I want to encourage you to take a chance and just buzz in, as quickly as you can. And we go into question number 5.
Okay, question number 5 is about a country. This country has become the first country in the world to contain...
Coasters.
China? Hong Kong?
Well, it was a good effort on your part to take the chance. Jeenyus, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
to contain the pneumonia-like illness SARS. There are two major reasons. Firstly, there was only one person who initially spread the disease. Secondly, and more importantly, was a swift reaction of doctors and health authorities. What is this country in Southeast Asia?
Jeenyus, 5 seconds. Jeenyus.
Vietnam.
Yes. And we go into question number 6.
Okay, number 6 is about sports. From April 19th to May 5th, the Embassy World Championship for this sport was held in England. This is a pool game in which a white cue ball is used to hit 15 red balls and 6 balls of different colors into any of the 6 pockets. What is this sport called?
Jeenyus.
Snooker?
Snooker is the game that we were going for. Snooker, and
Snooker?
we go into...
What is snooker? Is that a Canadian way of pronouncing it? Or?
We're getting snookered here.
Yeah, you guys are making him look too good, you know?
But it remains a very close game since each question is worth 30 points. We'll see what happens with question number 7.
Okay, number 7 is about space. Hundreds of worms that were part of an experiment aboard this doomed space shuttle have been found alive, NASA officials say. This space shuttle broke up in the searing heat of re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere on February 1st, killing all 7 of its crew.
Jeenyus.
Discovery?
Coasters, it's your chance to answer, and he'll finish the question.
What is this?
And Coasters, 5 seconds. Coasters.
Colombia.
Yes. Even after I've given you the 5 seconds, you have to buzz in.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and we go to question 9.
Okay, question number
Oh no, 10.
8.
8. I'm
8,
sorry.
okay.
8.
I can go on to 10.
No, let's go to 8.
You sure, right?
Yes.
Okay. Number 8 is about auction. The world record for a music manuscript was realized by a collection of Mozart's 9 symphonies sold for £2.6 million at Sotheby's in 1987. On May 22nd, the final manuscript of this composer's 9th symphony, referred to as...
Coasters.
Beethoven.
Yes. And of course, it has the famous Ode to Joy. You're catching up, Coasters. 260 versus Jeenyus, 330. Let's go to question 9.
Okay, number 9 is about vegetable. An anti-cancer substance was discovered in sauerkraut, which is a side menu for German dishes. It is not present in this, but when this is shredded and fermented in its own juice with salt, the anti-cancer substance is formed.
Coasters.
Cabbage.
And Coasters, what? You thought it was too easy?
Yeah.
This
yeah,
actually,
yeah, that was it.
oh yeah.
And Coasters, you're just 40 points behind the leading team, Jeenyus, at 330 versus 290. Let's go to question 10.
Okay, question number 10 is about material. This remarkable, nearly transparent material is a dry gel, principally made from silica. Weighing as little as 3 times that of air, a single-inch thickness of this has the internal surface area of a basketball court. As the world's lightest solid, it can save significant weight on future space vehicles. What is this material?
Why don't we take a look at the hint? Oh, you guys know the answer. Coasters.
Aerogel?
Yeah. And now, Coasters, you've got just 10 points separating you from the leading team. Let's go to question number 11.
Okay, number 11 is nickname. An Indian court has refused a request by Salman Khan that he should not have to stand trial on a charge of culpable homicide. He's a leading star of this, a blend word of Bombay on Hollywood. This is a nickname given to the Indian film industry.
Jeenyus.
Bollywood?
Yeah. And Jeenyus, you have increased your lead, 360 versus Coasters 320, and we go to question number 12.
Okay, number 12 is about a person. This person's publishers are expecting record sales for her memoirs and have ordered a first printing of 1 million copies. The 576-page account of her years in the White House will be called Living History. Who is this person?
Coasters.
Marilyn Monroe. Oh. No.
Jeenyus. Jeenyus.
Hillary Clinton.
Coasters, I know you were mistaken on that one, right? Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe. 506 pages of her experience in the White House. Man, she must have spent a lot of time in the White House. Who knows? Maybe she could write something like that if she were alive. Some people say she is. I mean,
Like Elvis.
Yeah.
And we go to question number 13.
All right, number 13 is about health. Albert Einstein and Isaac Newton may have suffered from this. Researchers believe they displayed signs of Asperger's syndrome. People with Asperger's are often regarded as being eccentric. This is a condition disturbing perceptions and relationships, as portrayed in Dustin Hoffman's role in Rain Man. What is this?
Jeenyus.
Autism?
Yes. And we go to question number 14 now.
Okay, number 14 is about computer. The record industry has issued a severe online warning to internet users over music piracy. In Britain, you have to pay £1 for this. This is a song that you have downloaded and can be copied onto a CD.
Coasters.
Burn.
And we're down to our last question. Let's go to that.
Okay, question number 15 is about a title. After 16 years, this Broadway musical closed out its run last March, ending as the second longest running production after Cats. This French Revolution tale written by...
Coasters.
My name is Rob.
Yes. And it was a close game to the end. However, Jeenyus team gets to go to the finals. Congratulations. And of course, we will be right back after this. Welcome back, the Casmir team. It's good to have you guys back, Cade Mascarella and Stacey Andel. It's good to see you again. This is your attempt at win number 2 now. You already have tickets to go to Jeju Island. So, how did your friends react to your win?
They were all really happy.
Yeah.
We did have one student who said he tried to jinx us, and he was kind of disappointed that we won.
Why would a student jinx you?
Well,
Want to jinx
it
you?
was test time right before that.
So the mood was black.
Yes.
But he was happy anyway.
Okay, well, it's good to have you guys back. Good luck to all of you. Now let us begin the final section. Now, in this final section, we'll give you 5 categories of 5 questions each. And if you get a question right, you get to choose the next question. If you get it wrong, the chance to answer goes over to your opponents. Of course, we have 10 to 50 point worth questions. What are today's categories?
All right, today's categories are Connect 4, CEO Materials, Their Lifestyle, Assassins, and Living Sea.
And of course, it's all very interesting, but I get to choose the first question I will go with. Connect 4 for 10 points. As you know, there are 4 and not 3 main characters in the Three Musketeers written by Alexandre Dumas. The year is 1625. This young man arrives in Paris. Jeenyus.
D'Artagnan?
Yep. And of course, he is the 4th. Jeenyus, it's good to see you on the board. Casmir, I know you guys will do great. Good luck to you. So you get to choose, Jeenyus.
Connect 4 for 20, please.
Connect 4 for 20 points. This is a celebration of children's play. In a world of technology, this series introduces young children ages 1 and above to the wonders and magic of high tech in a safe and friendly way. Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Casmir.
The Teletubbies?
And of course, they have TV pictures in their tummies, and you're on the board as well. Casmir, you've actually got the lead.
Wait, I just want to hear them say the other three characters.
The other three characters?
I can tell you their shapes.
Oh, there's okay.
One's a triangle.
There's a triangle.
You don't know
circle.
Dipsy, Lala, and Poe? And Casmir, you get to choose.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Connect 4 for 30.
Staying with the categories, Connect 4, 30 points. This novel, published on September 30th, 1868, was an instant success and sold more than 2,000 copies immediately. Quote, "No boy could be my friend till I had beaten him in a race," end quote, the writer claimed of her childhood. Like her character Jo March. Casmir.
Louisa May Alcott.
Jeenyus, it's your chance to answer, and I'll finish the question. Louisa May Alcott was a tomboy. Her story of Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy is based on her experiences of growing up as a young girl with 3 sisters. What is the title of this novel, Jeenyus?
Little Women?
And Jeenyus, you get to choose.
Connect 4 for 40, please.
Connect 4 for 40 points. Jiang Qing, Wang Hongwen, Yao Wenyuan, and Zhang Kungchao were collectively known as the Gang of Four. After Mao Zedong died in 1976, they were quickly rounded up and put on trial. They were accused of crimes committed during this period of Chinese history. This, Jeenyus.
Cultural Revolution?
Yes. And of course, it was the reform movement in China from 1965 to 68. And Jeenyus, you are increasing your lead. You get to choose.
50, please.
Connect 4 for 50 points. On April 29th, 4 EU countries announced plans for enhanced defense cooperation, including joint military planning. The leaders of France, Germany, Belgium, and this country, the Gang of Four as they are being called, said that they had no intention of setting up an alternative to NATO. This is the country bordered by Belgium, Germany, and France. This country's capital city has the same name as the country itself. Jeenyus.
Luxembourg?
Yes. And of course, along with Belgium and the Netherlands, this country forms the Low or the Benelux countries. And Casmir, I encourage you to buzz in quickly. And Jeenyus, you've got the lead. You get to choose.
Their lifestyle for 10?
Their lifestyle for 10 points. According to a survey in China, the number of households in which 3 family generations live under one roof is diminishing. More people are staying single or marrying later, and alternative family types such as single-parent homes or families and this are emerging. These in the Chinese metropolis, on the other hand, now amount to 12.4% of the population. This is a couple who both have careers, usually in well-paid fields, and have no children. What is this? Think. Both people have careers, and they're well-paid. Jeenyus.
DINK?
Yes, the dink. Double income, no kids. And Jeenyus, you get to choose.
Their lifestyle for 20, please.
Their lifestyle for 20 points. These people are the first group that have found a way to be both authentic, spontaneous, and creative on the one hand, and disciplined, industrious, and prosperous on the other. In his book, Blank in Paradise, writer David Brooks created this group name to indicate a group with a new sense of taste and style, the result of the collision of the bohemian culture of authenticity with the bourgeois culture of sober achievement. What is this type of people called? Think. Combination of bohemian culture of authenticity. Casmir.
Bobos?
Yes. Bobos in Paradise is actually something we've mentioned a couple times before on our quiz show. And it's good to see you on the board, Casmir team. You get to choose.
Something else.
Assassins for 10.
Assassins for 10 points.
Okay, 10 points. This phrase was made famous by Shakespeare. In Shakespeare's version of Julius Caesar, it was the final words of Caesar.
Jeenyus.
Et tu, Brute?
Yes. It is the classic recognition of betrayal by a trusted friend, and of course, he was fighting until he saw his friend attack him. And then he
Do they
died.
usually say that? Like, you know, let's say if your friend sort of stabs you in the back, do
Turn
people
around and say, "Et tu,
brute"?
brute?
I mean, I've never heard that before.
Maybe English teachers do,
Yeah, English teachers.
or Shakespearean actors, I don't
Any
know.
English teachers here? Yes, all of you, right?
Not me.
And actually, do you do that?
Oh, no.
And Jeenyus, you get to choose.
Assassins for 20, please.
Assassins for 20 points.
Okay, on March 12, 2003, Zoran Zinzic died after he was shot by an assassin outside a government building in Belgrade. Prime Minister Zinzic, a long-standing opposition leader, took over as head of government after the authoritarian president Slobodan Milosevic. What is this republic in southeastern Europe?
Casmir.
Serbia.
Yes. And of course, together with Montenegro, makes up the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. And of course, the assassination of Archduke Francis Ferdinand caused World War I. And of course, is also the doing of a nationalist of this region. And Casmir, it's good to see you on the board yet again, and you get to choose.
So assassins for 30.
Staying with the category assassins, 30 points.
Okay, for 30 points. Cesare Borgia, at the end of the 15th century in Italy, is most remembered as a man that used sinister means for acquiring and wielding power. Enemies and rivals were assassinated, but he was a prototype of the political ruler in this person's treatise, The Prince.
Casmir.
Machiavelli.
And of course, in The Prince, he is the political philosopher whose amoral but influential writings on statecraft have turned his name into a synonym for cunning and duplicity. And Casmir, you're catching up, you get to choose.
Assassins
Stay
for
with
20.
assassins.
Assassins for 40 points.
Okay, for 40 points. During the 7th and 18th centuries, the name assassin received a good deal of attention from Western scholars who threw a flood of theories to explain its origin. The mystery finally seemed to have been solved by Silvestre de Sassi, who discovered that the word assassin meant users of this. This is a purified resin.
Casmir.
Hashish.
Yes. And of course, it is from the flowering tops of female cannabis, and it's smoked for narcotic and intoxicating properties. Casmir, you are catching up. You have just 20 points separating you from Jeenyus, the lead team of 150 points. What would you like?
Assassins for 50.
Closing out the category assassins for 50 points.
Okay, for 50 points. On December 30th, 1973, Joseph Seif, one of the most successful and influential Jewish businessmen, became this person's first victim. The daring assassination attempt was the first act of violence by this person. Even though he had failed to carry out his deadly task, he had succeeded in escaping unharmed. His real name is Ilik Ramirez Sanchez, and he was arrested in 1994. Who is his world's most notorious?
Casmir.
The Jackal. Carlos the Jackal.
Yeah. And Casmir, you have gotten the lead now, 180 points versus Jeenyus's 150. It remains a very close match. Casmir, you get to choose.
Living Sea. Living Sea for 10, please.
Living Sea for 10 points.
Hello, my name is Ju Hae-young at the Coex Aquarium. People endlessly wish to research and explore the ocean. One of the reasons is that there are mysterious animals that breed in a different way from animals on land. We will explore some of these animals today. This has the most well-developed eyes of all invertebrate animals, giving it the excellent vision it needs to escape predators. This also has the ability to change skin color and texture in order to camouflage itself against its surroundings.
Jeenyus.
Octopus.
Yes. Yep. And it, despite its changing camouflage, it also has clouds of. It can cloud the water by ejecting ink, and it has no shell, 8 muscular arms and tentacles, pouch-shaped body, and 2 large, highly developed eyes. Jeenyus, you get to choose.
Their lifestyle for 30, please.
Their lifestyle for 30 points. In the movie American Psycho, Christian Bale is a yuppie who has everything. He is handsome, well-educated, and intelligent. He is 26 and living his own American dream. He works by day on Wall Street, earning a fortune to complement the one he was born with. The term yuppie, which appeared in the late 20th century, is coined from YUP, Jeenyus.
Young urban professional?
Yeah. And of course, it's modeled on the word hippie. And Jeenyus, you've got the lead again, 190 versus Casmir's 180, and you get to choose.
Lifestyle for 40, please.
Their lifestyle for 40 points. These people have been depended upon many times in marketing and in studies of market penetration during the tech boom. The term comes from the work of Everett Rogers, who studied how all groups of people get to the point of innovative practices. These people are typically opinion leaders. These make up about 13.5% of any population, and they are thought to be part of the guiding coalition that sees a process of change through to the end. What is this group called? I will give you a decisive hint. These people also play the mediating role between consumer and producer as they judge and take in new products before others. They use new products before others. Jeenyus.
Test marketing? Test subjects?
Casmir, 5 seconds. We were looking for early adopters. Well, and I get to choose, so I will go with CEO materials for 10 points.
Okay, for 10 points. Which CEOs really earned their paychecks? The Forbes annual look at CEO compensation and chose the best boss. The list consists of CEOs who delivered the best return to stockholders and while doing so took a decent paycheck. This year's best boss is Jeffrey Bezos, who has delivered a 55% annual return to shareholders since taking a Seattle-based e-tailer public in 1997. What is this company who is listed as AMZN on NASDAQ?
Casmir?
Amazon.
Yes. Yes. Amazon.com Incorporated is what we were looking for. And Casmir, you are tied now with the Jeenyus team, 190 points, and you get to choose.
I'm gonna try. Living Seas for 20, please.
Living Seas for 20 points.
This gentle, colorful fish, its somewhat long body and large head, has very interesting large teeth at the front of its mouth that are fused to form a sort of this bird-like beak. It is named not for its brilliant color or its ability to imitate human speech, but for its short, this bird-like beak.
Casmir?
Parrotfish.
Yes. And of course, that was the decisive hint that it imitates human speech, and of course, it's also known for its short bird-like beak. And Casmir, you got the lead, 210 versus Jeenyus's 190. This is a very close game. You get to choose.
Living Sea for 30, please.
Living Sea for 30 points.
This is a relatively simple invertebrate animal that is abundant in tropical waters. It is known as the vacuum cleaners of the sea. 6 species of these are considered marketable with numerous varieties. The skeleton of this is composed only of tissue and contain no hard spicules. These are harvested and sold for use in the bath and kitchen. What is this?
Casmir?
Sponges?
And Casmir, you get to choose.
Living Sea for 40.
Living Sea for 40 points.
Hunted nearly to extinction in the first half of the 20th century, these animals are now protected, although they remain endangered. The route most of these may carry through deep waters to distance more than 160 kilometers away, with adults averaging 30 meters long and weighing 130 tons. It is the largest animal ever to exist, and also able to swim our ocean.
Casmir.
The blue whale?
Yes. And Casmir, you're increasing your lead. However, this remains a very close game. And what would you like?
Finnish living sea.
Finishing the category, living sea, 50 points.
This occurs in groups and occupies a niche similar to that of the herring in the North Atlantic, since large schools of pelagic fish are absent. They attain a size of 6 cm and feed primarily on phytoplankton or sea ice algae. This is the staple food of many fish, birds, and mammals in the sea.
Casmir.
Krill?
Yes. And Casmir, you get to choose.
CEO materials for 20.
CEO materials for 20 points.
Okay, for 20 points. In 1914, this company was profitable but experiencing a monthly personnel turnover of 40 to 60%, largely because the unpleasant monotony of assembly line work and repeated increases in the production quotas assigned to workers. The CEO met this challenge by doubling the daily wage, raising it from about $2.50 to $5. What is this automobile company?
Jeenyus.
Ford?
Yes. And of course, it's going to have its 100th anniversary on the 16th of June. Jeenyus, it's good to see you on the board, and you get to choose.
CEO materials for 30, please.
CEO materials for 30 points.
In 1896, for his invention of an automated stock ticker, this person received $40,000 US, which would be worth $530,000 in 2000. He and a business partner who operated a machine shop used the money to start a new company to manufacture his improved stock ticker. In 1876, he established a laboratory at Menlo Park, New Jersey.
Casmir.
Thomas Edison?
Yeah. And of course, his laboratory was the first dedicated to industrial research in the world. And of course, he's one of the greatest inventors of all time. Casmir, you get to choose.
CEO materials for 40?
CEO materials for 40 points.
Fox News, which puts a patriotic spin on the news, became the largest cable news channel in 2002. The Fox Network, 20th Century Fox, HarperCollins, and the New York Post are only 4 of the many forms of media that the News Corporation Limited owns. The News Corp's CEO, this person, is known for his large media empire and his newspapers' often sensational material. Who is this Australia-born media magnate?
Casmir.
Murdoch?
Yes, Rupert Murdoch was the man we were going for. And of course, his company bought the Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team. They're known for that too. And Casmir, you have a choice of 2 questions. Which would you like?
CEO materials for 50.
CEO materials for 50 points.
Okay, for 50 points. In the mid-1920s, this company acquired the Vitagraph Company, which enabled them to distribute their films directly to theaters. In 1926, they formed Vitaphone to develop a sound-on-disc process by which a recording could be played alongside a film. They first used sequences of synchronized sound in The Jazz Singer, thus revolutionizing the film industry. What is the name of this motion picture production company?
A decisive hint. The founders were 4 brothers. Jeenyus.
Warner Brothers Studios?
Yes. And we have 1 question on the board. Their lifestyle for 50 points. NIMBY is an acronym for Not in My Backyard, and it refers to somebody who objects to something unpleasant or dangerous being located near his or her home, but is perfectly happy to see it located elsewhere. An opposite notion from this: people are very active in trying to build facilities that are beneficial and enhance the local image. What is this acronym, which refers to a phenomenon opposite of NIMBY? NIMBY is Not in My Backyard. And so, Jeenyus.
IMBY?
And Casmir, 5 seconds. Now, it's really the opposite of not in my backyard. Casmir.
Yes, in my backyard. Wimby, Yimby.
Jeenyus, 5 seconds. We are looking for Pimphy or please in my front yard.
Stupid.
And with
It's kinda
that,
silly.
Casmir, you win for the second time in a row. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Various prizes are awaiting our winning contenders. Your first win will take you on a trip to Jeju Island. Your second win to Japan. Your third win will take you to China. And on your fourth win, you'll win a trip to Southeast Asia. On your fifth win, a trip to Hawaii. Your sixth win, a trip to the United States. And on your seventh win, you'll take the grand prize of a tour of Europe. We hope many of you join us.
Well, Jeenyus team, despite your fun name, well, you had a good game. I'm glad you joined us. Would you like to share your comments with the viewers back home?
I don't know. I don't have much to say. Maybe just a word to our teachers at Sogang University. 선생님들 사랑해요.
He just said, I love you to his teachers. Thank you very much for joining us. And Casmir team, this is win number 2. Now, are you going to stop here or are you going to aim higher?
We'd like to aim higher.
All the way to the Hall of Fame?
Oh, if we could.
All right. We'll see you here next week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, we have another team aiming for the Hall of Fame. We'll see what happens to them next week. Join us again. Bye-bye.